Here I go, here I go, here I go again. What's my weakness? Way too early 53-man roster projections, as well as take a look who's going to be on the practice squad for the Vikings. So, first few practices are in the books for the Vikings. Here's projecting right Meow, who we're looking at for the 53-man rooster as well as the practice squad. So 16 spots on the practice squad. Can call a player up thrice on game days. This time it used to be 2. So our legend here is names in gray, 53, names in blue, practice squad, names in red. Cut it out. You out of here. So, quarterback, Kirk Cousins, Kellen Mond. Even though Mond and Mannion have gone back and forth, vacillating between QB2, QB3, I do think Kellen Mond will secure it with a very solid preseason. But I do think that they'll keep practice squad spot open for Sean Mannion, which isn't the worst idea in the world, because you do want as many people as possible inside the building to be able to run the Vikings offense if poop does hit the fan. So, there you go. Running backs wise, so 4 tailbacks, 1 on the practice squad, keeping all 5 of them in the sphere. So Dalvin, King Kene, Madison, as well as Ty Chandler, the rookie, I think are the deepest running back room in the National Football League. And then also Brian Koback, the UDFA tryout, who impressed enough to make the 90-man. I think that he could sneak on to the practice squad. He already supplanted A.J. Rose earlier this offseason. Fullbacks, 1 C.J. Ham, the best fullback in the league, as well as Jake Vargas making the practice squad. Then wide receivers. So you got Justin friggin' Jefferson, you got Thielen, you got KJ. That's your 1, 2, 3. And then the 3 backups would be ISM, Amir Smith-Marset in year 2. Burt Wilson, who was a sneaky good value free agent signee, veteran a little bit later on in free agency. And also Jalen Speedy Naylor, 6th-round pick out of Michigan State. I think that Naylor does also have a chance to win the punt return job. So that would be your 6. So then you got 3 on the practice squad. You got Myron Mitchell, who's slowly gaining some steam and some traction. I think that he can make some noise. Diamond Senna, who is a fantastic punt gunner. Then you do have Tristan Jackson, who does have familiarity with the Rams and the offense, and also has been quietly looking good during the offseason. So that means that BC Johnson gone. Now, you could convince me that BC would earn a practice squad spot, sure, but I think that even though BC is quality coming off that ACL, heading into year 4, a contract year, I do think that there will be some separation between ISM, Burt Wilson, as well as Jalen Naylor. Then Thomas Hennigan, also Blake Prohl. So Prohl is currently on the PUP list. Maybe he stays there. Maybe they eventually IR him. Maybe they just see how it goes into the season. I don't know. I know that they like him. Actually, we should give him something else. All right. So yeah. All right. So yellow means PUP. I think Blake Prohl could stay on the PUP. Offensive line. So as of right meow, the starting offensive line left to right is Darisaw, Ezra, Bradbury, Jesse Davis, as well as Brian O'Neill. I think for key backups, Blake Brandel, Ed Ingram, Chris Reed, and Wyatt Davis. Now, our guy Will Raggett, Sports Illustrated, has Oli Udo and Vidarian Lowe making the 53-man roster ahead of Blake Brandel, which is completely possible. Will does see the team every day that there's media availability, but I think Brandel is probably the most talented of Oli Udo and Vidarian Lowe as of right now. I think Udo is fine, but yeah, last year, not so much. He wasn't good at right guard. He wasn't good at left tackle the 2 games he played there in place of Darisaw, so I think it may just be better to start clean at the backup position. I think Brandel is perfectly suited to be a solid swing tackle. Then you got Ed Ingram, the rookie 2nd-round pick, as well as Wyatt Davis and Chris Reed. Now, could get a little bit sporty here, where could you roster Vidarian Lowe over Wyatt Davis? Remember, new regime, they didn't draft Wyatt Davis, even though he's a 3rd-round pick and does have a lot of talent and potential. Maybe he doesn't get the opportunity to have it pan out. It's possible. Or could they put Austin Schlottman on the 53-man roster, a utility offensive lineman with familiarity with the scheme as well as the coaching staff? It's possible. But then for our cuts, you got Oli Udo, Josh Sokol from Sacred Heart, Kyle Hinton, Ichabods, as well as Timon Paris. Defensively, so breaking down, we got 25 offense, 25 defense, 3 specialists, which is usually how it breaks down. So defensive line and defensive interior guys, you got Diesel, Dalvin, Harrison Phillips, Armand for Watts, the 3 across for your odd front. And then you got Jonathan Bullard, who has been getting some decent second-team reps, does have all the potential in the world. It was a highly regarded draft pick, day 2, coming out of Florida. Never really got together with the Bears and has bounced around. Jumping James Lynch. I think James Lynch is one of the players who greatly benefited from the shift to a 3-4. as well as 5th-round pick Usezo Odumehu coming in from the Golden Gophers. I think that he potentially could be one of your starting 5 techs, or at least in that rotation. 2 on the practice squad, Julian Taylor, picked up from the Niners this offseason. Familiar to Kwesi also. I do like that he is versatile. He can play all 3 spots up front. And then you got Jalen Twyman on the practice squad. I'm not ready to give up. My kid wants some beef jerky opened. There we go. Say thank you. All right. Then Tyree Stevenson, even though I like him a lot, I don't know if he's going to get the time of day. He's a true blue nose tackle coming out of Tulsa. Go Golden Hurricanes. Nailed it. Then you got TJ Smith and T.Y. McGill not making the roster either. Edge rushers, so keeping 5 and then 2 on the practice squad. Daniil Hunter, Zadarius Smith, DJ Wanham, Janaris Robinson, and Patrick Jones a second. And then I sort of went back and forth. You're not going to roster 3. You're not going to practice squad 3 edge rushers. Probably not going to happen. But Andre Mincy, given his experience at Donatel in Denver, I think that he could have the inside track. Zach McLeod out of Miami. You sort of flip a coin between McLeod and Villain. I think they're both on a similar plane. Probably could have been late day 3 selections, but you can never have enough guys who can get to the quarterback. And then 4 linebackers. Eric Hendricks, Jordan Hicks, Asamoah, as well as Troy Dye. It does seem like this new coaching staff gives Troy Dye the edge versus a guy like Chaz Surratt or even Blake Lynch, although I think Blake Lynch is too good not to keep in the sphere. So Blake Lynch, as well as the UDFA tryout, William Kwenku, make the practice squad. And then gone, Ryan Connolly. We could put Ryan Connolly on the pup too. There you go. Same thing. Then also Chaz Surratt. Chaz Surratt was a high draft pick. He was a 3rd-round guy. He was the 2nd draft pick of the Vikings last year. It just hasn't gotten the time of day, and maybe he won't get it with this new coaching staff either. To the cornerbacks, so you got 6 on the 53. You got Peterson, Dantzler, and Shondon Sullivan. That's your outside. 2 outside and starting slot as of right now. You got Boo Jr., champing at the bit to get out there, as well as a Caleb Evans, Nate Hairston. I think once he comes off the NFI, should be within a couple days. I think he'll secure the backup slot cornerback spot. Chris Boyd on the practice squad. And then we're saying goodbye to Harrison Hand, Perry Nickerson, as well as Ty Smith. 4 safeties on the 53, none on the practice squad. Harrison Bynum, Cam Beasy, Lewis Seen, the rookie first-round pick, as well as Josh Metellus, who's a solid backup as well as a great special teamer. So we'll do that. And then Joseph, Barry DePaula, standard Ryan Wright, no go. So you got 16 total on the practice squad. I believe it's 9 offense, 7 defense. So there you go. So just really quick and dirty, back of the envelope, a 53-man roster projection, as well as looking at the practice squad. What are your thoughts on our thoughts? Where did we get it right? And where did we get it right? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.